So morning everyone, in the most horrific lighting. It is, what time is it? 4:48, too early in my opinion. And we are off to the yard to go, and I've got to muck out before I go, so we're going to go do that and then get ready to go to Portman. Luckily it's not a long drive, because otherwise it would be a much earlier start. But yeah, let's get cracking and let's get to the first event of the season. Very exciting. So I've just arrived at the yard and it is -2. Nearly, I wanted to be here at 5 o'clock, so I'm pretty proud of myself. That is very bright. Hopefully I don't look too horrific. So yeah, let's go and find some ponies. There she is. Alrighty guys, so it is your favourite time of the video, voiceover Caitlin. So obviously start with dressage, just trotting around the outside. I'll start off, we got a 36 for this, which isn't ideal, it's not horrific for the start of the season, but definitely with the training that we've done and the practice that we've had, could have taken 10 marks off of it. So I was pretty disappointed with this. She warmed up really well. We had a new warm-up plan that my lovely coach Charlie has been helping me work on, and she felt really good, and then she just got in here and just felt so tense. I feel quite happy with myself in that I think I rode it better than I I reacted better to the tenseness than I would have normally. I would have normally sort of got a bit bitty with her. You can already see her opening her mouth. She's having an absolute field day of it. But yeah, just a lot of tension, but to be expected for the first one back. So obviously we come in, we had a halt to start. It wasn't too bad, squareness wise, but you can see she's fussing and she's very against the hand, which I got mentioned quite a lot in my comments. It's a shame because the frame is much better for her. This medium could have just done with so much more expression, but I literally felt like I was squeezing a brick wall trying to push across the diagonal, sorry. So yeah, I was a little bit on a ticking time bomb with this and just trying to manage what I had. She really sat on my leg there and didn't move, and so we got a bit of that head in the air and then sort of relaxed and then stuck her head in the air for the transition because she just was really feeling it through her body. And I could have tried to help her a little bit more, push her into that outside hand, but and then this medium, just a complete mess, caught her all over the place, and she sort of didn't really show any difference at all. I think we got like a 6 for it. And then this was alright across here. She's kind of listening. We did the transition in the right place, and she sort of stayed pretty relaxed through it. And then this transition was pretty tight, but we got there. And then this walk's pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this walk for her. You can tell it's tense, but it's quite nice and forward, which sometimes she struggles with in the collected walk. And then this is pretty good. I think she tries to jog a bit in the middle. But she's got such a good walk, so there's a little jog there. But generally, I wasn't too sort of mad about this. Could have just showed a bit more taking the nose forward and even more swing through the walk. And then she's sort of not impressed about me picking her back up, and then was very against my hand in this transition. And I sort of slightly forgot we were going straight into our 2-loop serpentine, so I could have showed a bit of better difference there in the corners, but that's it. And then, again, very against the hand in my transition, and she did it in the right place, but sort of you can see here she's really fussing, and she tried to leave the arena for that bit. I had to sort of slowly edge her back in. And then the medium is a little bit there, but it was pretty trash. I could really have pushed a bit more, but I knew I had that transition at A. And then this isn't too bad. The second medium could have done with some more, sat a bit more in some expression, but she's finally starting to relax here. It's taken the entire test, but she definitely started to feel a bit more rideable at this point. And then this to finish was pretty good. She did our left turn there and straight, and then turned left again, and she stayed with me, and then rode her nice and forward into this halt. She just left a leg, but we squared it up at the end. So overall, I wasn't massively pleased, but I felt that I sort of dealt quite well with what I had in there. And then here's the show jump, and here's me having my fence. Get it out of the way nice and early. I didn't bring her back enough after that first fence. I rode her in really bold to it because I felt to sort of slightly have a look at it, and then I just was running too flat into the bottom of that upright. But I was really happy with how she jumped through this. It was on the downhill and two pretty steep uprights, and she sat really well, and I was happy with how I rode into it, not like a complete lemon, and then jumped that upright really nice and forward, and then really pleased with this line. She came back to me really well. We just sneaked her in over the oxer because I knew she'd find that tight, and popped out beautifully over the planks. Lots of people having those during the day, so I was very pleased with that. And then so pleased with how she jumped through this treble. Again, I kept her off the front one so we could sneak in because I knew she'd find it tight, which she almost did even coming out on the two stride, but I was really pleased with how she jumped, and then she jumped really well over the last oxer. So yeah, super pleased with that, and really pleased with the round. The rail didn't bother me in the end. I was just really pleased. And then this is some of the cross country. So this is like this table we're about to jump is fence 7. We did have a stop on the cross country on the second fence. She just came out the start box a bit wired and a bit all over the place. We hadn't quite found our rhythm in the warm up, and that just reflected in the cross country. But once we got over that, honestly, it's so frustrating because it really doesn't reflect on how good the round was. My dad just cut my head off there. Because actually I was so pleased with how she, like, you can see her through here. She's so confident. She's looking for the flag. She's jumping really well through what was a very tricky set of courses. So the 20 doesn't reflect on how pleased I was with her round, really. And then she absolutely, this is near the end, second to last, and she absolutely skied that. And then jumped out really well, and so we found our rhythm, and I was actually so pleased with her over the weekend. Not a great result on paper for us, but we had a really good time. It's so good to be back out eventing and ready to do it all again on Saturday at Lark Hill, and just here's her over the last. Very pleased with my bunny, really. Not good on paper, but happy Caitlin, happy Lily. Hi everyone, editor Caitlin here really quickly. I just finished editing that video, and I just thought I should pop on quickly and just say that I want to welcome all my new subscribers. I got quite a few over the winter. I know I went a bit MIA over the winter, but I sort of didn't have much to post, and I had a lot going on. Any of you following me on Instagram know I made quite a few big changes this year, and with COVID, obviously I wasn't really out much anyway. But I'm here, we're back out competing, the event blogs are back, and some other content will be on the way. But yeah, I just thought I would quickly say hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I think we're like over 500 now, so it's kind of mad. But yeah, thank you all for joining the journey and for all your support, and look forward to another vlog this week of Lark Hill on Saturday. But yeah, lots of fun to be back out eventing. Great time at Portman. Seriously well run event. Seriously nice courses. Awesome ground. We had such a good time, and it's good to be back out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.